Hey guys, I had surgery a couple years ago, and there were like blood pressure complications. So I got prescribed Viagra. It's also a blood pressure medication. You all know this. I just want to make sure that you know my dick is fine. Okay, that's why all those preambles. No, I got prescribed Viagra, and the doctor's like, it's still for erectile dysfunction. So if you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours, come see me. I'm like, doctor, you're not my type. So, thank you. I like Atlanta. I've been here since I was 10. It's a good city, but there's a lot of gentrification that's been happening. My friend, he lives in New York, and he wanted to move down here, and so he came down here, and we were just checking out the city. I took him out to a couple of bars so that you could have an idea of what's going on. We're having a great time. We left the bar one night, and a homeless guy comes up to my friend. He's like, "Hey man, do you have a light?" My friend's like, "Yeah, I got a lighter," and he pulls out his lighter, and the homeless guy pulls out a crack pipe. And my friend just lights the crack pipe. I'm like, this is worse than gentrification, actually. This is worse. Fuck redlining, gerrymandering, all that shit. You come down here and you're personally lighting our homeless people's crack pipes. You're Ronald Reagan's strongest soldier. You're not from New York, you're from hell. Ronald Reagan sent you from hell to finish the job.
Oh shit.
You can't fool me. I work at a charity. We do counseling for orphans. I tell people that they always like gasp. It's very dramatic. Like, what do you do? I'm a therapist for orphans. It's just like, it's really fine, but when you say that, their mind automatically goes to Little Orphan Annie, or Oliver Twist, some British kid on a street corner, go, "Hey, please, sir, can I have some more?" It's like, no, orphans, they're just regular kids. Their parents are just dead. Like, none of them can sing. It's like, they got iPhones. It's crazy. I know what you're thinking. They're in good hands. Right? It's fine. They're lucky they're in any hands, all right? Want me to listen to their problems. So am I. Their parents? Come on. Getting another degree in psychology. Psychology is bullshit, actually, by the way. I don't know if you know this. Anybody in therapy?
Yep.
Yeah? Therapy works, and psychology is just bullshit. It's like you ever hired a plumber to come to your house and fix a clog that you've been spending hours trying to unclog, and they just do it one time with a snake? And you're just like, oh, I have to pay you $400 now. It's like, yeah, that's not a real, you didn't go to school for that. I'm just an idiot. So yeah, you go to a therapist and they'll be like, "Hey man, how about you go to bed 8 hours before you have to wake up? And then you won't feel tired in the morning." You're just like, damn, you got the degree. You're right. It's crazy. It's very new science too. You remember early medicine? We was using chainsaws on people. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. We still have no idea what's going on, but just in your head. Just in your head. We're giving people emotional support animals. Alright, that's a therapeutic treatment. You can get prescribed as an emotional support animal. And these animals often get prescribed for like depression and anxiety. And to me that just sounds like telling somebody to have a kid to save their marriage. Because it's like, doctor, I can't get out of bed. I can hardly feed myself. You're like, you know what you need? Responsibility. More of it. More of it. It's hard to be depressed when you have a dead dog, I guess, right? I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet in school, all right? I'm just learning. We just started this section, animal psychopathology, and animals can actually have mental illnesses. Did you know this?
No.
It's crazy. Animals can have OCD. They can't even talk. How do we figure that out? You know how hard it is to get an Adderall prescription? You know how hard I worked lying to these doctors? They see this dog like licking itself too much, and they're like, you know what you need? What I spent hours researching how to get. So that's all it took. I would have licked myself immediately in the doctor's presence. And that's what it takes. I'm looking in all the wrong places. It's crazy. Animals can be depressed. Why? That's a human thing. Mental illness is our thing. Animals can't have it. Right? Animals, no. Too many animals depressed. I had to clock into work 7 days last week, all right? I get to be depressed. I get to want to die, okay? You can feel the wind beneath your wings. You don't get to be sad. What is that? A depressed bird. What? Just fly away, dumbass. God. What else is there? If we would have fewer mass shootings if the national anthem was a banger. I think so. It's like, what's America good at? Mass shootings. What sucks about America? One, the national anthem. It's not a coincidence. I think we need to put more effort in. All right? You know the national anthem. You're playing it in your head right now. Think about it. That shit don't even slap, right? Not a single 808. Not a single. None. Nothing. No, there's no flavor. It's in 3/4. That's the nerdiest time signature. I'm supposed to waltz this shit. How am I supposed to twerk in 3/4? All right. When that national anthem comes on, I want people to be getting down. Okay, that's it. We have the United States has a poet laureate. That's somebody who's in charge of writing like all the poems and speeches like that come out of the White House for all the officials and everything. But we don't have one producer. We don't have all that room in the White House, not one studio. Horrible misallocation of resources, if you ask me. That's why people aren't patriotic anymore. People complain about kids not like standing for the pledge in school anymore. So yeah, because the Pledge of Allegiance sucks also. That's also bad. We just need to fix that. People be patriotic immediately. If I was in school and the principal came over the intercom and was like, students, please stand for the pledge, and then I hear Metro Boomin wants some more, I'm standing every time. All right? I'm not. Of course. I sing Drake in the shower, okay? That's like, he's Canadian. He's not. Can you imagine what I would do if the national anthem was topping the Billboard charts? All right, I'd be patriotic as fuck. That's crazy. If my country wants a Grammy, I'll enlist in the Army. That's all it takes, all right? We just need some competition. What's I want to do? I like, a lot of time, when people are homophobic, they'll be homophobic in the most erotic way possible. The most porny shit I've ever heard is coming out of the people who hate it. It's weird. Have you ever heard somebody talk about gay people and they're like, oh, I just, they're fine. I just don't agree with their lifestyle. Those are the horniest motherfuckers you will ever meet. You know, because they'll talk about it. They're like, oh, I just don't like it when they wave it in our faces. It's suffocating. They're just, all this stuff, they're just shoving it down our throats. I'm like, man! I think I read this on Wattpad when I was in middle school. What the fuck is this? This is smut that you're giving me. They're crazy.
That's good.
I had one guy, he's older than me, and he, so he's homophobic. That's what they all do. He was like, hey, Isaiah, have you ever used a bidet? I was like, yeah. And he's like, stop it. These new niggas. That's what he said. It's back in my day. Water up our ass? That's crazy. We would I'll pass. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, that's just gay. I'm like, I can't think of anything gayer than starting a conversation by asking a dude if his asshole is clean. That's what you just did to me. You're, what?